Hello, today I want to tell you about PIQ. PIQ is the Personal Information Questionnaire, and I want all the candidates to understand that PIQ is actually like an X-ray or the horoscope of yours. And through this, the IO actually conducts your interview. If the horoscope is not filled up well, then it becomes a horror scope. This is what I want you to understand. So very important is how to fill the PIQ first of all. We really need to understand to fill the PIQ, it is imperative that we read the instructions carefully. Please do understand what is he trying to ask, where you should be writing things in capital, what information should you be providing, whether it is the information on extracurricular, co-curricular activities, your hobbies, your interest. It indicates to him of your self-awareness. Do be very careful while filling your PIQ form. If there is any cutting, any overwriting, or if you change the ink of your pen, it immediately tells the IO that probably you are casual, you are careless, you are nervous. And I am sure no candidate would like to project that kind of an image to the IO. So be very, very careful. If I have to go, please make sure that you carry 2 pens of the same ink and both of the pens should be functional. There are a number of times it is seen that while we are filling up the PIQ form, number of times people get a little nervous, their pen falls from their hand, and if the nib or the tip of your pen is broken and you change the pen and use a different ink, the IO immediately understands that your preparation has not been too good. It is like a soldier going to the battle without ensuring that his magazine, that is his bullets are there in the magazine. 3 गोली चलाने के बाद पता चलता ओ हमारी तो मैगजीन खत्म हो गई है. So that is why a smart student carries 2 pens of the same make and both the pens should be functional. By any chance if one becomes non-functional, he uses the same pen of the same make, same ink, that this impression is not conveyed to the interviewing officer. Your PIQ form, as I told you, it indicates your attitude, whether you are diligent, meticulous, nervous, casual, careless. So please pay special attention while filling it. PIQ form has various contents, various things that he wants to know. One is about where do you come from, the place of maximum residence. He wants to know about your family, your education, your particulars about your height, weight, about your experience in NCC, NSS, your participation in sports, your hobbies, your interest, extracurricular, co-curricular activities, and furthermore, he would like to know what kind of service you want to join and if you have been to SSB any time before. A student may not be aware as to what actually the interviewing officer understands from the PIQ form. But let me share some secrets as to what happens in his mind when he sees a PIQ form and what kind of information he can solicit from this 1 page of document that you fill. First, as I told you, personal information questionnaire. It actually underlines that you are the only one who is aware of this. No one else knows about this information but you. It actually reflects the depth of your knowledge. The moment you write, when he talks of what is the population, and when you write approximate population, it tells about your sense of awareness. Similarly, where it is written to write about your parents' income, if you are aware, you will be able to write by and large the correct income of your parents. Your participation in sports is actually an indicator of your cooperation, your adaptability, and even furthermore, your ability to exhibit leadership traits. So please do be very careful to indicate what sports do you invest in. Similarly, hobbies and interest are a clear indicator of self-development as to how much of time do you integrate with yourself. Please do remember that people tell you to embark upon so and so career. Somebody will tell you become a leader, become a police officer, become an army officer, or a teacher, or a doctor, or an engineer. But nobody ever tells you what hobbies to take. Hobbies is essentially our inner calling. It actually tells the route that we have embarked upon on our self-development. So please be very careful what kind of hobbies do you write and what kind of interest that you exhibit. Similarly, when you're looking at your extracurricular, co-curricular activities, he is actually getting an idea of your leadership traits. At what level are you working, whether you have been the president or the class representative, or you have been part of a team, and what kind of activities you have undertaken. These are immediately the interviewing officer starts understanding in your time when you are working with your contemporaries, that is in your school or college, what kind of traits were you exhibiting. So please be very careful to write what you have done in your extracurricular, co-curricular activities, and if any position of like a representative or monitor or prefect or school captain, house captain, whatever you have achieved, please try to underline and indicate them. Similarly, interview also, PIQ form also subtly indicate your performance level. When he looks at your marks, he understands your performance at school level, at college level, and at all India level. So be very careful how do you write it and how do you put it across over there. Number of times it is seen that a lot of students try to oversubscribe. When I say oversubscribe, I actually want you to understand, try to overproject. That means that things that they have not done, but they want to exhibit those things. Please avoid this folly. If you overproject anything, you are definitely looking for a problem, because unless and until you have great understanding of things, you will be in a great trouble. I have seen a lot of people writing about games that they have not played, but they write that they have played this game at national level or at district level. But when asked simple questions on that game and they don't have that knowledge, he immediately comes to know that you're probably trying to lie. So avoid doing any of these things. I've seen that a lot of people write about 7 or 8 hobbies. And when he talks of tell me of your hobbies, and you talk of only 2 hobbies, and you forget about the 6 hobbies that you've written over there, then it actually tells him either you have not undertaken these hobbies, or alternatively, you're so stressed that you've forgotten about them. And either way, it is disastrous for a candidate. If he forgets, it is disastrous, or if he's too stressed, it's disastrous. So please do understand, do not over project. I hope this little video on understanding PIQ will help you in understanding how to deal with this basic document, and when it is filled properly, it will be a great horoscope, or alternatively, as I said, do not let it be your horoscope. God bless you. Thank you.